Okay, here we go. Anybody know what the Targum is? Okay, I'm going to continue to help y'all resolve, what people don't understand. The most important thing is, are you on the Petra, Petra, Jesus Christ, the Petra of offense? The first building block on that Petra, on the stone foundation, the rock foundation, is Peter. Peter was the first Petros, and the combination of the two shows you the entire paradigm, one right side up, one upside down. I want to show y'all what the Targum is, just real quick. Targum, Wikipedia. The Targum in Hebrew, or spoken paraphrases, explanations, and expansions of the Jewish scriptures that a rabbi would give in the common language of the listeners, which during the time of this practice was commonly but not exclusively Aramaic. This had become necessary near the end of the last century before the Christian era, as a common language was in transition and Hebrew was used for little more than schooling and worship. Eventually it became necessary to give explanations and paraphrases in common language after the Hebrew scripture was read. Okay, so that's what the Targum is. So it's an expanded explanation of the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible. Okay. Well, we've been talking about Cain and Abel. Let me show you what the Targum says about Genesis 4. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, I just don't want to give other people's emails away. Email addresses. This is from my friends in Garcia. This is out of the Targum. Genesis 3.5 and Genesis 4.1. Here's 4.1. And Adam knew Hava his wife, who had desired the angel, and she conceived and bare Cain. And she said, I have acquired a man, the angel of the Lord. And she added to bear from her husband Adam his twin, even Chabel, Habel. That's exactly what it says in, the King James Version. Abel is Chabel, really, when you just look at the Strong's Concordance. And you just go and you look at your definitions. I want to show you something really interesting, though. Y'all know what the Oribus is? Okay, y'all know what the Oribus is right here. Okay, here's the Oribus right here, G7. It's a serpent eating its own tail. It shows that this is, just go look at Orobus, okay? I'd look everything up for you, but if I spoon feed you everything, you're not going to go learn it yourself. Go look up Orobus, Orobus. Orbis. It's a serpent eating its own tail, and it shows that the system itself is vampiric from the beginning, that the system destroys itself, and any kingdom divided, Jesus said, any kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And I told you, Cain and Abel were twins. Lord showed it very clearly to me, and that just proves it. I mean, it's a no-brainer. But watch, I bet they were identical twins. And the reason I'm going to say that is, watch. Who's your worst enemy? You are. Nobody made you do all the stuff you did. You did it yourself. There's a good you and there's a bad you. There's a good Jonathan and a bad Jonathan. One right side up, one upside down. That's the paradigm, people. That's why we were shown this. That's why everything fits. Watch this. Everybody write down the word Cain and Abel. Just write it down. Just do it. Just write down Cain. Here, I'll write it. I'll get my little tool. And I'll write the best I can. Cain. And then Abel. Oops, Cainable. Okay, now say it 3 times really fast. Cannibal, 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 cannibal. Oh, cannibal. Oh, you mean like the Oribus. Right there. So, Cain and Abel, you put it together and it sounds like cannibal. It is cannibal because the whole system's vampiric. Isn't it odd that before I got saved, I had a sunglass company called Vampires? What's a vampire do? It feeds off the souls of the living. So inside of me was a monster that was killing me. My sin was destroying me. The good half and the bad half. I had to be reconciled to God through the cross. Don't you get it, guys? This is so easy. I mean, why do you think up here there's a dead sheep? Well, one dead sheep here, but virgin here. Dead sheep here, the queen of in the hieroglyph of Nefertiti and Akhenaten. I mean, it's so ridiculously obvious. Your own worst enemy is you. Isn't it funny that the two guys that were crucified next to Jesus, they were both thieves? Do you ever think about that? The two guys that were crucified next to Jesus, one on each side, they were both thieves. One guy was a good guy, one guy was a bad guy, but they were both guilty of the same crime. Get it? Just like you, just like me. There's a good Jonathan and there's a bad Jonathan. And the bad Jonathan was taking the good Jonathan straight to hell. The system is cannibalistic. Let's look at cannibalism. Definition of cannibal. The ceremonial eating of human flesh or parts of the human body for magical or religious purposes. Like Satanism, maybe? Satanism. He eats you. I'll prove it. What does the Bible say? Your enemy prowls around like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. All right? I mean, where would you walk into the kitchen and open the pantry? It's like, oh, there's Satan! No. He comes from inside. He devours you from the inside. Your enemy prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour from inside of you. I mean, come on. And I mean, it's just so obvious. I was praying this evening in the kitchen. I was like, Lord, how do I help these people? How do I show them more? And I said, I know you've proven to me they were twins, that they were, because Eve brought forth, again, it says augmented. So she augmented the birth with Abel. Abel says son means Abel, son of Adam. Cain means like Palestinian or place in Palestine. Why do you think, when they left the promised land, they had to go take it from the Canaanites? I mean, come on. I mean, it's just so obvious. And so anyway, I was praying in the kitchen. I said, Lord, so how do I show this to people? And I said they were obviously twins and one destroyed the other. And I heard in my spirit very clearly, well, that's why I gave you a sunglass company called Vampires, Jonathan. And I was like, what? And I was like, he said, that's why I named them Cain and Abel. The system's vampiric. I was like, oh my God. Cannibal. One kills the other. Do you get it? One kills the other. Isn't that what happened to you? Isn't that what happens to everybody? One part of you kills the other part of you, murders you, and you go to the pit because of your sin. The only way to get out of it is to be reconciled through the cross. That's the only way out of it. You have to know the Jesus. You have to know the truth, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So anyway, I thought I'd give you another, you want some more proof? There it is. Go read what the Targum is. Go read it for yourself. Go read what it is. Just go read what the Targum is. Here, let me show you what the Targum, I already went back. Let's see. I'll go to my drafts. I'll read that again. There it is. So, and Adam knew Hava, his wife, who had desired the angel. And she conceived and bare Cain. And she said, I have acquired a man, the angel of the Lord. And she added to bear from her husband Adam, his twin, even Abel. You know, the spiritual gifting that the Lord gave me proves the Bible's true. The Bible's totally true. I mean, here, watch this. Let me give you this one. Okay, I read to you guys the Acts of Peter, right? Okay, watch this. So here's an image. Let's say this is Christ on the cross. If you turn it upside down, that which is above becomes, that which is above becomes that below, and the right becomes the left, and the left becomes the right. We'll go through the Acts of Peter one more time for you people. I mean, this is so ridiculously obvious. It's like, my goodness. Once you know the truth, once you're on the rock, once you know the paradigm, one right side up, one upside down, Jesus represents everything good. He's crucified like this. And then Peter represents everything evil, upside down. And that's what's in us. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So is the kingdom of the devil. I mean, golly, guys, I've done all these videos. Like, the Twin Towers were giant DNA markers. That's why George Bush read Psalm 23. Because there's 23 chromosomes you get from each parent. And, I mean, here, watch. I mean, there's so much. I can give you guys so much freaking information. It's just crazy. Okay, so let's see. You know what? Let me stay on point. Let me just give you the Acts of Peter first, and let's just do that real quick. Okay. Acts of Peter. There we go. There we go. Okay, now watch this just real quick. Let's just go down to verse 37, 38, and 39. 37, 38. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, look. So here it comes. So, here we go, right there. Okay. Okay, so Peter is going to get crucified upside down. He's talking about name of the cross, the hidden mystery. And then he said, when they had hanged him up in the manner he desired, he said, I beseech thee, crucify me with the head downward and not otherwise. And the reason wherefore I will tell unto them that hear. And then he talks about, I read this in the last video. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but here it says, concerning which the Lord saith in a mystery. Here it is. Watch this. Unless you make the things of the right hand. Let me move this over just a little bit. There it is. Unless you make the things of the right hand as those of the left, and those of the left hand as those of the right, and those that are above as those below. Watch. Now let's go to the picture. Look. Here's right, here's left, there's above, there's below. So now we made that which is above, below. That which was above goes below. Everything got switched. That which is below is above. And then the right becomes the left, and the left becomes the right. That's why Peter was crucified upside down. And look what he said, concerning which the Lord saith in a mystery. Unless you make the things of the right hand to those of the left, and the things of the left to those of the right, and those that are above, those below, those that are behind, those that are before, you shall not have knowledge of the kingdom. You have inside of you your opposite. Inside of each one of us is our other. We have a good Jonathan and a bad Jonathan. And because the two are at war, the war is within me. Jesus said, any kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and the kingdom of heaven is within me. So in order to get saved, I have to make a confession like the guy on the cross. He said, I deserve my punishment. That's where my journey started with Jesus. I stood in my living room. I said, I deserve my punishment. I deserve to go to hell. Yeah, I got the girls. I got the million. I made the money. I own property that's worth arguably $100 million, and yeah, but it sucks. You know, I don't care. And now I've lost my soul, and it's not what I wanted, and I don't know what to do. And I was willing to give everything up, even though I got it. And that's what God's looking for. He's looking for an honest heart, just an honest confession. And I said, I just want to know who the real Jesus is. I just want to know the truth. That's all. And that's what I got. And it cost me everything. And that was okay, though. I mean, what should it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? I'd already gained the whole world. I'd gained everything I wanted to get. Everything. Anyway, so I'm just trying to help y'all. I'm just trying to show you. I mean, it's so obvious. This is a great video. This guy right here. He does a really fantastic job. I think it's part of these show notes. I'll put the link to the show notes. Watch this. I'll go up there. Let me slide this up. Oops. You see that show note gallery right here? Y'all should type that into your search bar. It's really awesome. That'll bring up this whole page of stuff. Anyway, this guy does a fantastic video about the first Adam and the last Adam. He came to the same conclusion, but he did it using the yin-yang symbol. The yin-yang symbol. Anyway, yeah, before I went to bed tonight, I just wanted to reach out to y'all again. I'm so worried about everybody. I mean, guys, what's coming is so freaking bad. It's so bad. It's the worst horror the world's ever seen, and I'm here to tell you, back in the days of the siege of Jerusalem during Nebuchadnezzar's time, they were eating their own kids that died. It's going to be worse than that. You don't want to be here. And I'm trying to help everybody be a member of the Church of Philadelphia. Read Revelation 3:10. It's probably 3:7 or whatever. A letter to the angel of the Church of Philadelphia. Anyway, yeah, I'll be augmenting. I'll be doing some more videos on all this stuff for you guys. And, go back and watch Kingdom Divided. Here, go to this, go to my, okay. Before you go to my channel, I'm going to show you something else. Look, this is the two pronuclei in reproduction. This is the female pronucleus and the male pronucleus. And they move towards each other. This one, they move towards each other. And then when this circle intersects with this circle, watch, it'll make, let me get my little drawing tool out. Hey, where's my drawing tool? There it is right there. Okay, watch this. So this right here, when this one intersects, it makes that, That's the all-seeing eye right there. So when these 23 chromosomes right here connect with these 23 chromosomes, the intersection, which is called the Venn diagram, thank you, Jackie Rowland, it makes this. That's what's on your Under Armour clothing. Like Under Armour clothing, right? Get it? Under Armour. It's what's inside of you. I mean, it's just so obvious once you know the truth. Everything becomes obvious. So this Venn diagram that this thing makes, the intersection of the two sets, that's the all-seeing eye. That's why it's on the Washington grounds of Washington, D.C. I mean, it's called the Washington Monument, and it shows the intersection of these two sets. And let's see, for some reason it's not going back. It looks like it's working on it. Yeah, for some reason it seems to be, we'll see if it's stuck or not. Anyway, yeah, I think we're having a little bit of a problem here with this particular thing being stuck and not wanting to go back. Anyway, I'll just leave this as a very short video. I'll try and pop up some other stuff. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of fighting me. The program's not really responding. So I'll just call it a night. Anyway, there it is. Just more stuff, guys. Go just look up the Vesicus. Just go look at Google Images. Vesicus of Pisces. 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 Yeah, Vesicus of Pisces. Yeah, you might check that spelling right there. Anyway, go look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll blow your mind. And type in Washington Monument, Google Images. You know, I see things in a way that are not the way normal people see things. The night I got saved, God gave me this incredible gift of vision. Isn't it odd I had a vision company before I got saved? The Lord told me I gave it to you. He made me a pro skydiver. I mean, I never planned on being a pro skydiver. It's a total accident, man. Well, it was God's plan, but it was, you know, the story behind it is just absolutely wild. How I became a pro skydiver, it's like almost not even believable. It's just wild stuff. But I'm here to tell you that this is quintessential. If you want to leave here when Jesus comes, I hope you'll have to know the truth. You'll have to be living in the truth. You'll have to be waiting for the groom, just like a Jewish bride. She'd wait for the groom. The bride would be betrothed, you know. And then, let's see, the program's not responding. There we go. The bride would be betrothed. The bride would be betrothed to the husband, and then he would go and prepare a place for her, and then he would come back and get her. And it could take, you know, a year, even 2 years, and he would come back and there'd be a shout, and everybody would run out to meet the groom. Then the party would start. That's what we're waiting for, people. The groom, Jesus, is coming back to collect his bride, which is the Church of Philadelphia. You know what? I'm just going to prove it to you. It's like, let me just show you so you understand the scriptures. If I just tell it to you, I know you're not going to go look it up. So let me just show you, okay? Watch this, okay? So I'll prove to you using the scriptures. There you go. Okay, Revelation. Let's see. Let me move this over. Let's see. There we go. Revelation 3. Okay, here you go. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Please pay attention, because I want you to get to leave here. I don't want you to be here for what's coming. In a letter to the angel of the Church of Philadelphia, write these things, saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth, and no man shutteth, and shutteth, and no man openeth. Now listen, the night I got saved, God opened a door for me in the back of the St. Anthony Hotel. He literally had me push it open. He took control of my body and opened it up. And then my mind, I mean, it was like, boom. I was no longer in darkness. I went down those steps. I met an angel, Michael. He said, pray with me, my brother. I prayed with Michael. I received Christ. And then the door in my mind was wide open to God. I could hear God. And Michael even told me, you know, Jonathan, learn to trust that voice you hear. That's God speaking to you. My personal testimony is on YouTube. I don't care if you believe it. I'm required to tell 100% truth. Why would I risk my safety with the Lord God by lying even 1%? That's insane. It's insane. So, Michael said, Jonathan, learn to trust that little voice inside of you. It's God speaking to you. Well, God opened a door for me the night I got saved. He gave me the key. He that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Now watch this. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, but are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet. No, I have loved thee. Now watch this. Verse 10. Pay close attention. Okay. Let's see. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. That's the great tribulation right there. And which shall come upon all the world to try them. That means to test them that dwell upon the earth. Well, if you're going to be kept from that time, how are you going to be kept from it? Because it's going to happen to everyone that dwells on the face of the earth. Because Jesus is coming to pick up his bride. This is the bride. I'm going to prove it. He says, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast which thou hast, and that no man may take thy crown. Him that overcometh, I will make a pillar in the temple of my God. He shall go out no more, and I will write upon him, look, the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, right there. So Jesus, when he said, whoever overcometh, I will make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go out no more, and I will write upon him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God. What's the name of the city of his God? Which is New Jerusalem. The name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem. Watch this. Which cometh down. It cometh down from where? Out of heaven, from my God. So the New Jerusalem comes down out of heaven from my God. Now watch. So if he keeps you from the hour of testing, he's going to give you the name of he's going to say, I'm going to give you the name of my God and the city of my God, which is the New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying. Just like Peter said in the Acts of Peter, to whom it belongeth to hear. So I can hear this in my spirit. I hear it. I know it. It's not even a question. That's why if you don't hear it, I'm like, I'm really sorry for you, but I'll do what I can to show you. Now watch this. I'm going to go to Revelation 21. Now watch this. I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. There was no more sea. And I, John, saw what? Watch this. The holy city. What's the name of the holy city? There it is. The New Jerusalem right there. The New Jerusalem coming down from God, just like it said in Revelation 3, because the New Jerusalem is kept from the hour of testing. Watch. Coming down out of heaven, prepared as a what? So the New Jerusalem is coming down out of heaven, prepared as a what? A bride. It's the bride of Christ. I'm part of the bridal party because God's let me know you are part of the bridal party. That's how you have understanding in this. That's how I can explain it to you. That's why theologians can sit there and bang their heads and think they know anything because they consider themselves wise in their own eyes. Guys, I'm an idiot that God chose to do something for him, but I'm sold out. I am completely sold out to the Lord God, and I would do whatever he tells me to do. And he asked me to do some stuff that most people would be like, what? And I do it. And every time I do it, I see the glory of God. He's had me lay hands on someone that was blind in one eye. He told me, lay hands on Juan and tell Juan I'm going to heal his eye so he can believe on my name. Really? And I did it. I said, okay, hey, Juan, this guy was a gangbanger from Mexico. Coke dealer, killer. And I said, Juan, I'm going to lay hands on you. God's going to heal your eyes so you can believe on his name. And he went, okay, dog. And I laid hands on him. And I said, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, receive your sight so that you can believe on the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And, right after I said the prayer, I was like, don't worry, it'll come. And I couldn't believe I said that. I was like, wow, did I really just say it'll come? Then we walk around the house that I'm talking to you from right now. We crawl in a tunnel under the ground, and we're replacing the plumbing, 20 feet of underground tunnel. And his sight comes back in the muddy, miry clay. I mean, under a house. I mean, come on. Really? Do you know how many times stuff like that's happened to me? Over and over and over and over and over. Because God knows I need the confidence to deal with, some of the people on YouTube are freaking psychopaths. I'm sorry, but they are. They're demonically possessed. As a matter of fact, until you're saved, everyone's demonically possessed. I don't care what you say. It's what the scriptures say. Before you were saved, you walked according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit at work in the hearts of the children of disobedience. So that's why you have to be born again, people. You got to be born of a new spirit, and you got to get turned upside down. And once you're turned upside down, you can see everything. It's a no-brainer. It's so simple. It's so simple a second grader can understand this. For people that are grown up and have too much sin, unconfessed sin, and they won't humble themselves, and they won't just say, okay, maybe you're right. Lord, I'm just going to humble myself before you. I'm going to admit all my sins. I'm telling you, you can't lie, not even 1%, not even 1%. You have to be total truthful. The phone rings and someone says, is so-and-so there? You can't say, oh, no, they're not here. That's a lie. You can't lie at all anymore. Zero. No lying. Okay? That's a requirement. If you don't do that, you're not going to get this. All right. Well, God bless you guys. I, John, saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride. And look, and I heard a great voice of heaven say, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And he shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes. There shall be no more death, no more sorrow, nor crying. Neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Praise God. It's coming. Jesus is coming. He's coming soon. He's coming right away. Quickly. Very quickly. Okay. That's it. That's it. God bless you guys. Good night.